Plenty of sunshine this afternoon, very similar to yesterday. Difference is it's quite cool today, and we will have a partly cloudy sky overnight as we head into Friday morning. High pressures in place over the next few days before our next system arrives late Friday night into Saturday. So 5 this evening is sunny. We'll be at 36 by 10, 30 degrees. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up to a temperature of 23. Your news starts now.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at Noon.
Today on WTAJ News at noon, when it comes to vaccination options, more people in our area will soon have a chance to get the coronavirus vaccines. Find out which medical centers are ready to give doses. Plus, the fun of throwing will take you inside a new business that's giving all of us a chance to take out some anger and also have some fun while we're doing it. Hey there, good afternoon to you. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Morgan Koziar. Well, it's not easy to get an appointment for a COVID-19 vaccination, but there is hope for people who are eligible. As more and more healthcare providers start offering appointments, that includes one of the area's largest, UPMC. UPMC Altoona says it has openings for people who want the vaccine. By registering, you'll be added to a wait list, which will be used to fill spots on a first-come, first-served basis. UPMC doesn't know for sure how many doses they'll be getting from the state each day, but one administrator we spoke with says they're confident the supply would continue.
We'll send out emails that will match the number of doses that we have here at UPMC. So when you get a scheduled appointment, you will be guaranteed a vaccination.
UPMC says the Altoona location has 500 vaccines available this week and plans to give out 100 a day. You can sign up by going to vaccine.upmc.com or by calling 844-UPMC-VAC. Well, Penn State Health is also joining the fight against COVID-19, and they are going to be providing vaccines to people in Center County. Their office at 32 Colonnade Way in Patton Township will vaccinate by appointment only. This week, Penn State Health vaccination sites also opened in other counties across the state. Residents in Phase 1A can register online or call to be notified when new appointments become available. Well, with schools teaching in new ways because of the pandemic, a number of parents in the Clearfield Area School District fear that their kids may be falling behind. And we spoke with Christine Semmelsberger, a mother of 3. She expressed one of her concerns that her children may not be getting enough instruction. So right now, students in her kids' school are following an A-B format. So that's where half report on one day while the others stay home. Semmelsberger says on those days at home, there's no virtual teaching whatsoever, which leaves school essentially up to the parents.
Frustrations that a lot of us parents have is all the schools in our surrounding area are all back to doing in person or have a much more in-depth virtual teaching set up. I feel like we're a little bit lagging behind. Like we got okay with the status quo, but now we got to step it up.
And she voiced her concerns at this week's school board meeting and hopes some action will be taken. We also reached out to the district superintendent but received no further comment. Well, now for an update on coronavirus case numbers, the Pennsylvania Department of Health reported around 2,300 additional infections on Wednesday. That's bringing the total to just under 923,000. The virus has killed more than 23,000, with about 90% having recovered. When it comes to vaccinations, 1.5 million first doses have been given out across PA, with almost 600,000 covered by that second shot. Well, turning to the spread locally, we start in the north, where Center added 33 cases, as Clearfield County reports 19. Jefferson also confirms 2 new deaths. In our southern counties report a drop in cases compared to yesterday. Cambria and Somerset report at least a dozen cases, while the rest of these counties confirm less than 10 infections each. Huntingdon and Blair both report 2 new deaths. Well, meantime, Moderna is working on a new plan to fight against the South African strain of the coronavirus. The company says it has shipped doses of a tweaked formulation to the National Institutes of Health, and it's ready to start testing the latest vaccine candidate would be tested on humans to see if it could be used as a booster shot against the South African mutation of the virus.
From WTAJ, your weather authority, here's your weather now.
Happy Thursday. I'm meteorologist Christy Shields. It's what we like to call a window day because we have blue sky and sunshine. Doppler is clear, but it is chilly out there. We're at 38 degrees in Altoona, 32 in Johnstown and Somerset, 35 degrees in DuBois, 40 in Huntington, and 37 in State College and Clearfield. We have that chilly northwesterly wind between 10 to 15 miles an hour, and it's going to continue for the rest of the day today, but our high temperatures reaching into the lower 40s. Then overnight tonight, we will see those temperatures tumbling into the teens to lower 20s. I'll let you know how long the sunshine sticks around coming up.
Details today as a woman involved in a crash that led to a 2-year-old girl, the death of a 2-year-old girl, is now headed to court. This was the scene here in Clearfield County last September when 55-year-old Jacqueline Lidgett drove her car off the road, hit a tree, and rolled her car. According to police, a blood test following the crash showed meth in Lidgett's system. Among the charges, she is facing homicide by vehicle. And in some other local headlines, a Blair County man is in custody today and is believed to be connected to multiple cases. 33-year-old Patrick Leeper Jr. has been wanted in 2 cases in Blair County. We're told Leeper held a woman down and strangled her with her own sweatshirt back in January and fled from police in February after being spotted at the Dollar General on Pleasant Valley Boulevard. Leeper is now facing numerous charges such as strangulation and fleeing from police. And a Johnstown man is now being charged after allegedly shooting a gun inside a home. According to the criminal complaint, 29-year-old Frank Epley was threatening his fiancée. Epley is accused of pushing her down the stairs, following her into the bedroom, threatening to kill her, and firing a gun at the ceiling. Officers say he then removed the bullets from the weapon and threw them at his fiancée. Charges against him include aggravated assault and endangering another person. Well, the community will gather tonight to remember an Altoona teenager who was killed a year ago in the city. The candle lighting event will honor Devin Fershing, who was shot and killed last February. You might remember this, by 3 teenagers who were trying to rob him. Anyone wishing to take part in that event tonight or stop by and pay their respects and their tributes can visit 3909 Bill Avenue in Altoona. That's starting tonight at 6 p.m. We'll have more on this story later tonight on WTAJ News. Well, a business in Somerset is expanding on some unique experiences for folks who might just want to let loose and have a little bit of fun. Axe Masters in Somerset, that's the name of the business here. Folks can come out and try out axe throwing or one of their other attractions. They've got a paint room where people can splatter paint on canvases or walls or even each other. The other room they have is the break room, which is known as a room where people can come in and they're allowed to break and destroy items and appliances as a way to blow off some steam.
It's been great. The community has really shown us so much support. It's really been incredible. We really take the time to go through and teach people what they're doing so that whenever they come in, they get to have a good time.
And it sounds like a good time. Axe Masters also has special deals for families looking for a day of fun. Well, for a lot of high schoolers, there are a few moments as important as prom night. Well, knowing that, a St. Mary's woman is collecting gowns for disadvantaged teen girls. We're told it started back in 1995 when Laura Kantz joined a volunteer group to help build homes in Kentucky. There, the group met girls who wanted to attend prom, but they couldn't because they simply couldn't afford a dress. Well, since then, for over 15 years, Kantz has been buying and collecting prom gowns and handing them out to girls in Kentucky so they can feel their best at prom.
I think it's just knowing the struggles that they have and basically just wanting to give the girls an opportunity to experience something that you and I and people in our area have that opportunity to experience every year.
And we're told Laura actually collects the dresses all year long, but it's at the end of March when she actually drives the dresses down to the girls. Well, coming up on WTAJ News, well, we all know a good singer when we hear one, right? But have you ever heard a tiger sing? Well, this one can, and he's got some pipes on him. We'll have that story just ahead. Plus, if you're a senior citizen who needs a ride, there's an easier way to do it now. All you have to do is make a call. We'll tell you about the new service just ahead.
The Pennsylvania Adventure RV Expo. No, there's no show this year, but you can still get RV show pricing. Ansley RV and Bill's Happy Camper can't see you at the show this year, but they still want to help you to get camping. Go to AnsleyRV.com and BillsHappyCamper.com now to see their in-stock inventory. No matter what size vehicle you're towing with, Ansley RV and Bill's Happy Camper has an RV for you. New units are arriving daily, but don't wait. Get your RV before show pricing ends. Go to AnsleyRV.com and BillsHappyCamper.com now.
I'm Larry Green of Burger & Green. I understand how devastating a motor vehicle accident can be. I've visited my clients in the hospital. I've witnessed their recovery. I've comforted families when they've experienced unimaginable loss. At Burger & Green, it's our job to get our clients the money they deserve. We fight to protect your rights. We do not charge a fee unless you get money.
Trust the name you know. Burger & Green, the injury lawyers. 1-800-999-2626.
Good day, Amy.
Gus?
Just playing around.
Oh, let me give it a try. What do you think?
That's pretty good. Try another one.
How's this?
Win, win, win.
New from the PA Lottery.
With top prizes of 500 grand.
That's right.
Talk about some big winnings. Keep on scratching. I'm hungry all of a sudden.
Me too.
Here at Joel Comfort BMW in State College, we want to provide you with the premium driving experience. We're here to show you why BMW is the most unique and exciting vehicle ever built. Experience the difference at Joel Comfort BMW, 120 East Clinton Avenue, located behind the Waffle Shop just off North Atherton Street in State College. Visit our spacious showroom and drive away with the ultimate driving machine from Joel Comfort BMW.
Penn State Health Medical Group, Thursday at 4.
Now your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Christy Shields.
Good afternoon. It is turning into a seasonable day for us here in central Pennsylvania. We're at 35 degrees in DuBois, 32 in St. Mary's and Johnstown, as well as Somerset, 38 in Altoona, 40 degrees in Huntington, and 37 degrees in State College. We do have a northwesterly wind. It is making us cooler compared to yesterday. We are going to continue this chilly breeze for the remainder of the afternoon hours. If we take a look hour by hour, those winds slowly will diminish tonight, and we will have another seasonable day tomorrow, but we won't be dealing with the wind, so it's going to feel a bit warmer. But check out this 24-hour temperature change. Many locations here between 15 to 20 degrees lower compared to yesterday when we saw those temperatures soaring into the 50s. So we like to call today a window day. Beautiful blue sky and sunshine here this afternoon, and that's thanks to that cold front that moved on out. With the northwesterly wind, though, that's what's leading to the fact that our temperatures are only in the 20s. Now, we had a great sunrise yesterday morning. This was sent to us from Dana. Absolutely stunning. Our sunrise time tomorrow morning is going to be 6:53. Guess what time the sun sets tonight? And I think we should have a nice sunset tonight. 6 o'clock. We continue to gain daylight here in central Pennsylvania. And a live look with our Raystown Lake Shy Beaver Boat Center Skynet camera. Hardly a cloud in the sky. And here in central Pennsylvania, it's rare not to see a cloud at some point in the day. So just bask in that sun and blue sky. So temperatures this afternoon, again, upper 30s to lower 40s. Overnight tonight, we'll start to see those temperatures tumbling into the teens to lower 20s. With some patchy clouds around tonight. It is going to be chilly. And then tomorrow, we'll have another day with high pressure in place and a mixture of clouds and sun. So future track shows that sunshine this afternoon, just a few clouds for the evening hours. Overnight tonight, we will see some clouds at times, and then that high pressure sticks with us into the day on Friday. We'll have a mix of sunshine and a few clouds. Now late Friday evening, we have a system just to our south. Slowly that's going to bring those clouds moving in on Friday night. And late Friday night into Saturday morning around midnight, you see a bit of a mix with some blue and pink showing up there. So a few snow showers with a wintry mix. But by 7 in the morning, enough mild air moves into central Pennsylvania. We'll see this switching over to just some showers for early Thursday. And then things taper off by Thursday afternoon. So for tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy, seasonable, less wind tomorrow. Highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s. By Saturday, again, some showers early in the day. 48 by Sunday. High of 50, and we're staying mild next week with highs in the lower to mid 40s. Morgan, I'm sorry. Oh no, Morgan, back to you. You guys have both M names.
It's no problem. We'll let it slide, no problem. Thanks, Christy. Well, if you've heard of Tiger King, have you ever heard a tiger sing? Yeah, check this out. A tiger cub at a zoo in Russia. He sure got the crowd of people admiring him after he started making those sounds, which you heard, which, might have sounded like singing. A video of him was posted to social media, and of course, everybody is loving it. One of the zoo employees says that the tiger's been doing this ever since he was a baby. He originally did it to catch the attention of his mother. How about that, Jordan?
What was that? I was singing? That sounds like me after I eat spicy food.
Like a hyena. There you go. Hey, what's coming up on Studio 814 today?
Well, Morgan, Maggie, whoever you are, we...
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, Christy, that's hilarious. Today on the show, Rebecca, she's going to be checking in with a leading dietitian about some heart-healthy meals that you can have. Also, I'm talking to a dermatologist, Dr. Simonetta from Penn State Health Medical Group, about ways to take care of your skin. All that and more coming up at 4. Maybe we'll put that tiger thing in because that was hilarious.
Oh, you should. It deserves to be played again. Thanks, Jordan. Sounds
You're
like
welcome.
some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Alrighty
going to keep
there.
practicing.
Well, still ahead, a celebrity in Hollywood is offering a large reward for the person or people who stole her dogs and also shot her dog walker. Find out more about this dangerous encounter that put the dog walker in the hospital.
Welcome to Ciocca Dealerships Virtual Service, the next level technology that lets you see what our experts see.
Good afternoon, my name is Eric, and today I'm doing your vehicle multi-point inspection.
We'll send multi-site videos right to your mobile device so you know everything about your vehicle's condition in real time.
Here at the Ciocca Dealerships, your time and safety are our #1 priority. So schedule an appointment online or give us a call today.
Virtual service from the Ciocca Dealerships with 21 locations. Experience the difference.
Depot Furniture has 40,000 square feet of showroom.
The largest La-Z-Boy gallery and Restonic mattress center in the area. Guaranteed lowest prices and free local delivery. Or pick up your purchase and get an additional discount.
Voted the favorite furniture store in the Tri-County area. Depot Furniture of Rockton.
We're big.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-5837. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-5837.
What's most important to you in buying windows, siding, or doors? Is it energy savings, cost, quality, or warranty? Color, low maintenance, clean installation, service, or financing? Window World delivers on what's most important to you. Search Window World today.
He is not scared of us at all.
There are monsters among us. What we do with them and how we decide to root them out is a reflection of who we are.
Stay with him, breathe with him, before he realizes, oh snap, I'm dead.
He thinks I'm the weak link. To me, and
WTAJ, your news leader, is your official home for the Pennsylvania Lottery with live nightly drawings. WTAJ and the Pennsylvania Lottery. WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back. Penn State University is teaming up with Zipcar to launch a new car sharing service on campus. The program is meant to give an alternative option for students, faculty, and staff to run errands off campus without the cost of owning the vehicle. It will also help cut down the need for more personal parking spots, creating more space for recreational use. The cars will be available 24/7 and will be parked in a lot 81 near the Pollock Building and lot 42 near the Nittany Community Center. Well, Lyft is letting some people book rides with a cell phone. It's part of all part of a cell phone call. It's part of a new Lyft feature. The company says it's perfect for seniors and others that don't have access to the app. Like I said, it's just from a phone call. Lyft says people still need to call from a phone that has texting capabilities. Well, meantime, we're learning a new detail on the effort to pass President Biden's COVID relief plan. Democrats believe they have the votes to the nearly $2 trillion plan, but one provision within the bill still remains a key sticking point ahead of votes on the legislation. Madalena Rivera has more details from Capitol Hill.
The Senate is preparing to take up the president's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package, but it's uncertain whether the bill will include a proposed $15 an hour minimum wage.
In a Senate that's 50-50, as you can see, just one or two Democrats who have concerns about things like the $15 minimum wage. It's going to be a tough fight.
The Senate parliamentarian has to decide whether a federal minimum wage mandate can be included in the legislation or whether it violates complex Senate rules governing budget bills. Both sides laid out their arguments to the parliamentarian Wednesday.
We hope she rules in our favor. God knows there are tens of millions of workers now who are dependent on raising that minimum wage, and I hope we're able to do it.
What the Congressional Budget Office has said, and this is just in February, that employment would be reduced by 1.4 million workers.
The House is set to vote on its version of the COVID relief package tomorrow. Democratic leaders say it will have the minimum wage raise regardless of what happens in the Senate.
We've been working on this fight for 15 for a number of years now, and it's long overdue, and it will be phased in, and we would hope that it could be part of this reconciliation bill.
One of the best shots in the arm to the economy may be the vaccine, which will help Americans get back to work and school. The FDA could be days away from approving a new single-shot vaccine from Johnson & Johnson. Madalena Rivera, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the FDA's independent advisors will begin on debate tomorrow on whether the evidence of clinical trials is strong enough to approve the use of the Johnson & Johnson shot. If they agree it is, then the FDA could make a final decision within days. We'll be right back after this.
A word to the wise. When you use Wise to Go, you click and we shop. With personal shoppers just as picky as you. Orders can be picked up at the store or delivered right to your door. Because sometimes stuff just comes up, like that hair that literally won't go down. Now, what can we get for those curls? Get grilling with certified Angus beef at low, low prices. Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
Ron Peretti here from Professionals Auto Body. Recently, we had a couple explain they called their agent to turn a claim in, and the agent tried to steer them away from Professionals Auto Body. Afterwards, the claims people tried to do the same. This couple explained they knew they were using Professionals Auto Body. If the insurance people didn't want them to use us, they knew Professionals Auto Body was the place to go. Since then, they dumped that insurance company and went with the suggestion of a quality company. Professionals Auto Body, where the area goes when you want someone to work in your behalf.
Thank you to the healthcare heroes who leave their homes and serve others in a time of great need because they share a calling to do so. At Encompass Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Altoona, we are proud to be among them, standing strong for our community while helping patients regain their independence. To healthcare heroes everywhere, thank you.
no matter who you are or where you are. CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch, or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
3, 2, 1, open for business.
You're doing it! I'm doing it!
I know Gina from high school, and she's donating a kidney.
I'm a giver.
Big smiles. Not the pageant one, Jill, the real one.
I'm more jazzed than I thought I'd be, and that was pretty jazzed.
The comedy starts at 8/7 Central. New tonight on CBS.
State College Ford, now open for business. Come take a test drive today.
WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back. Well, pop star Lady Gaga is reportedly offering a reward, no questions asked, for the return of her 2 bulldogs. TMZ is reporting thieves shot the superstar's dog walker in Hollywood last night and took off with 2 of her 3 dogs. Dana Buchis reports from West Hollywood.
Video shows police taking a dog into custody at the scene of an armed robbery. Police say a 30-year-old man was walking several dogs in Hollywood Wednesday night when 2 suspects got out of a car, shot him several times, stole 2 French bulldogs, and took off. It's unclear if the thieves knew the dogs belonged to Lady Gaga or were just targeted because they're in demand.
Investigators are canvassing this area for security cameras, hoping to get evidence that will shed light on this case.
According to TMZ, Gaga is currently working in Rome and offering a $500,000 reward for the return of her beloved animals, no questions asked. Danya Backus, CBS News, Hollywood.
And the dog walker was taken to the hospital. No word yet on his condition. And as we head to break, here's a look at the numbers on Wall Street.
The far right thinks this, the far left thinks that. Where do you go to find a common sense point of view? The American point of view.
From politics to sports to pop culture, we'll ask the questions you want answered.
I don't want to tell you how to think. I want to give you something to think about.
The Donlin Report, coming Monday to News Nation.
The same staff of caring, knowledgeable rehabilitation professionals dedicated to guiding you home. The only thing that's changed is our name. Health South is now Encompass Health. Altoona.
Hey all, it's Corey and Gene Stocker from Stocker Subaru. It's winter and boy has it been snowing. Why not face it with the confidence of a brand new all-wheel drive from Stocker Subaru? At Stocker Subaru, we have a huge inventory of over 100 vehicles. Our service department features a convenient drive-in and is open 12 hours a day. Plus, we have service on Saturday. And we provide loaner vehicles and a shuttle service. And remember, only at Stocker Subaru do you get the Stocker Advantage with the purchase of any new vehicle that includes free state inspections and a whole lot more. So get down to Stocker Subaru today and see why we've been serving Center County since 1983. Or work your whole deal at StockerSubaru.com and we'll deliver the car to you.
Family fitter, bath fitter, style fitter, bath fitter, you fitter, bath fitter. We install beautiful tubs that fit perfectly over your old one with no mess or demo. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. It just fits. Bath fitter.
0% on this HRV. And this one. 0% on this Pilot. And that Pilot. 0% on this CRV. That one too. 0% on the Passport. And 0% on the Ridgeline. Act fast to take home a versatile and rugged Honda during the final days of the Honda 0% event. Well-qualified buyers can get a great deal, like 0% APR financing on the purchase of select Honda models.
On the next Making It Matter, we'll recognize a group giving thanks one treat at a time. Cookies for Caregivers are proving baked goods go hand in hand with doing good. Making It Matter tonight on WTAJ News at 5:30.
Stay connected with your weather authority. Download the free WTAJ weather app.
WTAJ News continues.
Today is going to be seasonable. Same for tomorrow. Then milder air moves in for the weekend. Cannot rule out a shower. Morgan, back to you.
Hey, Christy, thanks. And thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in for Studio 814, followed by WTAJ News at 5. And as always, you can keep up to date online at wearecentralpa.com. Have a great afternoon.
WTAJ closed captioning is brought to you